Hello. Happy Saturday. It's like the most perfect fall day in North Dakota ever. I have my phone propped up on a coffee can and a few pots, so hopefully it doesn't tip over. All right. We had a mastermind call this morning, and we talked a lot about, if you're new into my world, one of the X factors that I live in is the unknown, the seemingly unseen, the intuitive space, the realm of possibility, potentiality, those places that aren't matter of fact. They aren't clear. They aren't always probable. They aren't realistic. And so in our in-depth conversation this morning, I have been just writing and channeling, and that fateful day in March, which was my turning point for all things safe and all things predictable and all things just like how Tiff does it, was the day that I surrendered to living my design, living what I'm put on the earth to do. And in that space came 100% faith and trust and belief that it will be worth it. And when we know things will be worth it, there's the unseen still happens, and there's this inherent risk that you're going to be alone, or that you won't be loved, or that you won't be respected, or you won't be accepted, or that whatever, you won't be understood. When we start to step out of some of those old identities, they, as an ego, plays tricks a bit. And it's like the best way to put it. It's not, the ego wants us to stay safe. The ego wants us to stay bored. The ego wants us to stay predictable. But in a world of predictability, there is no leap. There is no big meaning and big practice and big carrying the torch. And so that day, I trusted that if I had to do this alone, that I could. If I had to, if everyone were to turn their backs, which, I mean, it doesn't even make sense logically, I would be okay, because it was time to step into the version of me who is meant to carry that torch and give hope and speak from a mountaintop, so that other people can hear that they too can achieve and be the thing that they want to be. So today it was, I was really called to talk about surrendering. Where do you feel that surrender is needed? And surrender is just a letting go. It's just a kind of not gripping the side of the roof anymore, and just hanging there, and really stepping into the trust and faith that you're meant to play bigger, and you're meant to speak bigger, and you're meant to walk in a bigger way, and not for anyone but you. And that's the difference in surrender. So to have the courage and faith and bravery to do it for other people sometimes is easier, right? Like, I want to do this for my kids. I want to do this for my spouse. I want to do this for my parents. And although that is admirable, and in the fruits of what we create can happen, my hair keeps tickling me. The big why needs to come from your heart and your gut and your being. And we know when we're not our best. And when we decide that we can choose differently, and we can just decide to let go of the wall, let go of the side of the container, just let go from holding on so hard, then things happen without resistance, without struggle and challenge. That doesn't mean it's easy. it just means it's right. It means that the path that we're now going on is the one I'm supposed to be on. It's in congruency. It's in integrity. And that doesn't mean there aren't difficulties, but it means that it's right. And you know in your heart and soul when it's right. When you're looking at your life and you're like, holy shit, how did I get here? Where do I need to go from here? I've tried this 100 times. I've tried this 500 times. I've tried this over and over, and I'm just sick of failing. So this must be what I need to settle for. But what if it wasn't? What if the unseen is actually the part of your life that's very clear? You just can't describe it, but you feel it. And could you let go a bit in that? Could you surrender to the person who's meant to do big things, no matter how people perceive her, no matter what they say about her, no matter how they show up, but that you know in your heart, soul, mind, body that it's right. So whoever needs to see this and hear this, I trust, if it's 5 of you and if it's 500 of you, that it's right in this moment, and that becomes your path of certainty. So happy Saturday. It is beautiful outside. Get outside, move your body, allow nature to give you some signs and some hope and some wisdom, and some peace is exactly what it gives us every time. So I love you all. Bye.